Hello and welcome to Rory on Air. The sun is rising on another busy day of flight training at Helicentre Aviation here at Leicester Airfield. There are 8 of us on the integrated commercial helicopter pilot course, and each morning we take it in turns to complete all the crucial pre-flight tasks. These include checking the weather and NOTAMs, the validity of aircraft documents such as insurance and maintenance schedules, and of course carrying out a thorough inspection of each aircraft. Then we all work together to push the helicopters out to their pads, followed by the morning briefing. This time it's Ollie's turn to present.
Starting off with the Met, we can see our overall weather's been dominated by a bit of low pressure off to the west. I'm moving into this afternoon. That warm and included front.
Once everyone's up to speed on the plan for the day ahead, it's time to get airborne.
Wide isobars, hopefully reducing the wind, but maybe bringing the visibility and the climb base down a wee bit.
Right, solo flying, let's go.
Sorry, I try not to laugh.
I quite like you laughing on it, it's sort of nice. This is the dispatch room where we have to sign the tech log to announce that we're going out flying. Right, so this is the sign out computer. So I'm in Helicentre today, so I put my name in, and I've not got an instructor because I'm going solo. Get in. EGBG is the airfield we're at, and I'm going to put an hour and 15. Check in. So that means that somebody will come and look for me if I get lost, which hopefully I won't, because I am actually just supposed to be flying around the airfield. Now it's time for a pre-flight wee, very important, and then I'm going to go and get fired up and get ready to go. I've handed my camera over to Connor, another of the integrated trainees who's keen to do some filming, which of course I'm delighted about. However, I've only had time to give him a crash course, so he's kind of learning on the job.
How's it going to look? I still can't get the settings right.
What do you mean? You put the ISO back down
Yeah,
again
I've done
once
it.
You're outside?
I've done it all.
Although the aircraft has already been fully checked, before we fly there are a few key things we double check. This includes a look at the oil level in both the engine and the main gearbox.
Claire, as director, I feel like you need to smile a bit more. If not, it's just going to look a bit grumpy. Yeah?
That's just my resting face.
Here I'm checking the tail rotor assembly, including gearbox oil level, blade play and the general condition of the vertical stabiliser.
Alright, well, we'll see you at the end. Jasper will come jump in with you in a minute.
Great, okay.
Actually, I'm not supposed to jump in now. There's no point in
Mucking about.
Yeah.
Instructor Jasper straps in with me to supervise as I reposition the helicopter facing into wind. They're much easier to handle in this position, and it's safer when we're fledgling solo pilots. Then Jasper jumps out and leaves me to it.
Student Helicentre 23, roger.
Student Helicentre 53 lifting and taxiing to the H.
Student Helicentre 53, roger.
Oh, that's light. Tail's clear right. That was a pretty poor takeoff, to be honest. I didn't have enough right pedalling, so we yawed slightly to the left, nor did I have enough right cyclic to counter the tail rotor drift, so we slightly moved to the left. The fact that the machine is a little bit lighter without the extra person takes a minute to get used to as well. Anyway, I'm up and on my way over to the H in the centre of the airfield. Student Helicentre 53 taking off. Well, hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Rory on Air. Flying solo again, this time in the helicopter here at Leicester at the Helicentre. I'm just on the last bit of the late downwind leg here, about to turn onto base. Brilliantly exciting, absolutely loving it. Great to be back in the air again. And nice to be sharing the solo experience with 3 of my other mates on the integrated Helicentre course.
Helicentre 23, ready for departure.
There's Sam, one of the lads.
Helicentre 23, 220 degrees, 10 knots.
Luke's up here with me as well,
23 taking off.
as is Ross. And Aaron, Connor, Ollie and Harry are all on deck at the moment waiting for their turn later on. I thought it would be nice to introduce you to some of my new friends at the Helicentre. Over the next few minutes you'll get to see some of their newly acquired helicopter flying skills, as we've all now completed our first solo flights. First up is Luke from Mid Wales. He and I share the same flying instructors most of the time, so when one of us is up flying, the other is usually on deck. Luke has an encyclopedic memory for TV and film quotes, and also seems to quite enjoy my Ken Bruce impression.
Oh, good score on the Pop Master this morning, Luke. Well done. Anyone you'd like to say hello to while you're on?
Next up is Connor from a small town called Lairg in the Scottish Highlands. One of Connor's favourite phrases is "just eyeball it." He's also getting pretty good with my camera. This is Sam from Norwich. He's usually the first one to look at the weather briefings in the morning, as he loves Met. As a former lifeguard, he's also never that far from a swimming pool. Then there's Harry, who has on many occasions tried to explain some complicated physics concept to me with varying degrees of success. You might also hear him humming a tune around the base. Aaron from the New Forest is usually found out on his push bike if he's not studying for his ATPL exams. Also very partial to a breakfast egg sandwich is Aaron. You've met Ollie already when he was doing the morning weather briefing. Here he is, taking off from the H for a solo circuit in the late afternoon sun. Finally, meet Ross from Newtonwoods in Northern Ireland. He enjoys testing us all on our aircraft recognition skills and flying model aircraft in his spare time. You know who I am, but I promised the guys I'd do one of these as well, so I'm Rory and this is my YouTube channel. I love flying, helicopters and planes, doing impressions and making videos. Here's me returning from another solo sortie, this time sporting the head cam. Shout out to fellow YouTube pilot Ben Atkinson for encouraging me to give this a go. What do you think? Leave a comment below or message me on social media.
How daft do I look? Very daft. Even more daft when I take it off and you see what it's done to my head.
Number of starts 1, no defects. So we're back safely, so I now get to sign myself back in again. Bring James back and I have to fill in this authorisation sheet, which is basically logging the amount of time that we've been flying for. That's not the right aircraft. We'll see in 20 minutes when I finish doing the maths for this. Paperwork completed, it's time to bring the helicopters back into the hangar.
Even the pilots have to put the aircraft away.
The threat of coronavirus was already beginning to cause us some concern at the time of filming. The management at Helicentre had implemented several sensible precautions, including making sure we thoroughly cleaned the cockpit after each flight with antibacterial wipes. Obviously things have got a lot more serious since then with the nationwide lockdown, but we're all looking forward to getting back in the air as soon as possible.
Right, see you later.
Finally for this video, here's a look at another cool visitor to the airfield. This is an ex-Army Aerospatiale Gazelle. Nicknamed the Flying Chicken Leg, this has to be the loudest helicopter I've ever been close to. That's about it for this one. Next time I'll be answering some of the questions you've been sending me over recent weeks. We'll discuss things like, which is harder to fly, a helicopter or a plane? Can you trim a helicopter? And have I ever got in the wrong seat by accident? So don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Leave a comment too, as I do read them all, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheerio!